Hi everyone, I'm back, and I have a problem. It's just foreign language films and stunts. What film would have a great combination of the two? Wait a minute. That's it! Ong Bak! If you've never heard of this film, then what type of film viewer are you? This film has some of the greatest stunts and action in the history of films. To make things better, it's all real. Yeah, that's right. No CGI, no wires or tricks of any kind were used. So just keep that in mind. The film starts in a village in Thailand, and a bunch of Kratos wannabes do a competition to get the flag at the top of a tree. It's a tough contest where the contestants get rough, face nasty falls, and do tactics to remove opponents. The contest is won by Ting, played by Tony Jaa. In his story is that he was found in a temple as a baby, the monks raised him and taught him the art of Muay Thai. And for those of you who never heard of Muay Thai, it's a martial art from Thailand that involves attacks using fists, feet, elbows, and knees. Then one day, a man named Don tries to attain an amulet, but decides to steal the head of their statue Ong Bak. Demoralized by fear, they trust Ting to travel to Bangkok and recover the head. And that's the main story overall. Ting has to find the head of Ong Bak. Simple enough story. In Bangkok, Ting meets his cousin Hunlei, but it turns out that he's called himself George. He and his friend Muay make money by scamming drug dealers. George let Ting stay in his place only because Ting has money and he gambles it in a fight club. The fight is between Ali and Pearl Harbor. Ali looks like he's winning and does a vain spine attack. But Pearl Harbor pulls a Batman and beats his opponent. In the VIP room, we are introduced to the villain, Contoin, a crime lord who is in a wheelchair and uses an electrolarynx to speak. Ting tries to reclaim his money, but is forced to fight Pearl Harbor. That was epic. Ting takes out the guy with just one kick. How awesome is that? Come on, had Batman ever beaten a big tough guy with one hit? Okay, but maybe Batman's the only exception. Right. Ting's kick was still awesome. George persuades Ting to use his skill to make money, but he refuses and leaves him. Meanwhile, back in Ting's hometown, it seems that the head of Ong Bak has the same effect as the Shankar stone for the Temple of Doom.
When the sacred stone was taken, the village wells dried up, and the river turned to sand. The crops were swallowed by the earth, the animals lay down and turned to dust.
The next scene is George and Muay scamming a casino and making a huge amount of money. However, the drug gang discovers the scam and attacks them. Ting comes to the rescue, and then we get one of the coolest chase scenes ever. Three things I'd like to point out. 1. Tony Jaa performed all of his stunts by himself, making him one of the few actors ever to do so, as well as Jackie Chan. 2. The scenes uses a second showing of the stunts at a different camera angle. This is a really effective technique because after you see it, you want to see it again. It's like the film knows what you want to watch again. And 3, there are 2 hidden messages hidden in the film. The first one is to Steven Spielberg, and the second one is to Luc Besson. It's just trivia. George decides to pursue Don in the fight club, but Ting gets taunted by a brawler named Big Bear. He abuses a woman and nearly beats a man to death just to get Ting to fight him. That's hardcore. Ting agrees and beats him. But the evil, crippled crime lord doesn't want to lose money to his rival, so he sends a faster fighter named Toshiro to face him. He may be quick, but he's no match for a master of Muay Thai. But it's not over. There's one more opponent left named He doesn't have brute strength or super speed. Instead, he uses something different. Objects! Objects! Ha! You're no match for my objects! Your martial arts is no match for my objects! Ha! It seems I used my objects to beat you! Ha! That's what I wanted! This room is full of objects! You disappoint me. Ha! Thanks for that object! Objects! Ting finds Don, but he gets away. Damn! It's not like I could catch up with that van and get Don! The next day, they travel to Don's apartment. There is one story I forgot to mention. Muay's sister works as a drug pusher and has a rough relationship with her sister. At Don's place, she decides to quit. He takes it well. Not really. Instead, he gives her an overdose of drugs. Wow, what an asshole. But Ting arrives and we have another chase. This time, with tuk-tuks. As for a chase scene, it's really awesome. It's got explosions, collisions, and crashes. Lots of them. Don gets away, but Ting finds Komutan's hidden supply of stolen priceless artifacts. Muay's sister sadly dies in hospital, but things get a lot worse when they get kidnapped. Komutan makes a deal with Ting to fight a rope boxing match in exchange for the head. Ting gets ready, but his opponent takes a steroid shot and trashes him in the match. Wow, it looks like taking steroids is much better than spending years training in martial arts. However, Komutan betrays Ting and orders his men to kill Ting, Muay, and George. They escape, and here comes one of the coolest scenes you will ever see. Are you ready for this? Ting beats the guy up while his pants are on fire. That is awesome. Ting defeats the motorcycle helmet henchman by splitting the hell with his own knee. And the guy turns out to be... Angry Joe? I guess this is what he did before reviewing games. Ting and George tracks the villain to a cave, and we have... Get ready for this. More epic fighting! Ting reaches his foe and... Wait a minute, why is he suddenly talking normal? In the past scenes he had to use an electrolarynx to speak, and in one scene it shows that he has a hole in his throat. What, can he talk normal whenever he wants to? I don't really get it. But there's more epic fighting! Ting then has a rematch with Mr. Steroids, but he's able to defeat him. So he takes a whopping 5 injections, becomes crazy, and nearly kills Ting. But Ting does his hero recovery and beats him again. That's right, why spend years doing a martial art when you can be just as powerful with a gun? George then comes to the rescue. but is crushed by Mr. Steroids. Ting beats him again and finishes him off. So kids, what's the moral of the story?
Steroids are very bad, you know.
Don't do drugs.
Suddenly, the giant Buddha statue loses his head and crushes the bad guy. George sadly gets crushed as well and dies. The film ends with Ting becoming a monk and the head returns to its rightful place. And that's Ong Bak. It is one of the most epic films that you will ever see. The action and stunts are easily the strongest points of the film, but it also has other good points. The story is well paced and has decent enough characters. Point is, watch the film. This is White Knight and Lagon. That's right. Why spend years doing a martial art when you can be just as powerful with a gun? I'm not throwing away the sword. I love it too much, and you'll stay with me on my reviews until the day I finish.